Welcome back to the Modest Mushroom. Today we're going to be making a meatloaf from the 1960s. I have the illustrated version of the Good Housekeeping Encyclopedia book, which is like a huge recipe book, and it was published in 1965. There is a recipe in here called old-fashioned meatloaf, so that is what we're going to be making today. And I'll have a picture on the screen too, so that anybody who wants the recipe can see the recipe. But I'll also be showing you and walking you through each step as I make it. So why don't we go ahead and jump into it and we can get started. After setting my oven to preheat, I'm going to start by chopping my veggies. So we need 3/4 of a cup of onion and 1/4 of a cup of bell pepper.
Slowing down to get their sleep. They've had enough bringing life to others. But I still don't know what else to seek but your smile in the morning hours.
Once our veggies have been minced, we can just set those aside, and we're going to go ahead and start adding everything else to our meatloaf bowl. So I have just ground beef. I have 1 pound, and then 1 pound of ground pork. The recipe did call for 1 pound of ground beef, a 1/2 pound of ground pork, and a 1/2 pound of ground veal, but I could not find veal, so we're just using the beef and the pork for ours. So now I'm just going to be adding the rest of the ingredients. So I'm adding 1/4 cup of milk, 2 eggs. We're going to add in our veggies, a 1/4 cup of ketchup, 2.5 teaspoons of salt, and 2 cups of breadcrumbs. And once we have everything together in the bowl, we just need to mix it well and make sure everything is well incorporated. And I'm also adding a teaspoon of mustard here. The recipe calls for dry mustard, which I also could not find, so I'm just using regular mustard for this. And then once I have it pretty well mixed with a fork, I'm going to go in with clean hands and finish mixing it all together as much as I can, and then we will shape it into a loaf in a larger baking dish that I already have greased with butter. Once we have the meatloaf shaped the way that we want it, we're going to bake it in the oven at 400 for 1 hour and 10 minutes. Now this is how the meatloaf for the recipe looks. right when it comes out of the oven, and it would have been perfectly fine just like this, but we like it with a glaze on it, so I actually added my own glaze on top, and I just use a mixture of like 1-to-1 ratio of ketchup to brown sugar for that, and then I just put it back in the oven for like another 5 to 10 minutes. And this is how it looked at the very end, and I have to say I will definitely be using this recipe in the future. It was very good. I think the only thing I would do differently in the future is I would probably just add some garlic to it. But other than that, it was amazing. My whole family loved it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below if you did enjoy it, and I hope to see you in the next one.